Greetings to everyone, and welcome, fellow World War II enthusiasts. My name is Timothy James Thompson, and I have just published a book entitled Bachtum Rhein. It chronicles and details Germany's intense military planning and preparation just prior to launching the Great Ardennes counteroffensive of mid-December 1944. My book is available for purchase online at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, BooksaMillion.com, or through my publisher, Xlibris.com. And that's spelled Xlibris. Bachtum Rhein is available in two different formats, 6x9 hardcover and 6x9 softcover. And I would also encourage all of you to visit my website dedicated to my book, where you will learn even more intriguing information about it. The web address is www.panthertank.net. Now, on Saturday morning, December 16th, 1944, Germany unleashed their Great Ardennes counteroffensive, and they did so with three armies: the 5th Panzer, the 6th SS Panzer, and the 7th Infantry Army. All told, it was a military force comprised of 286,000 troops, supported by 970 tanks, tank destroyers, and assault guns, and augmented by 1,900 pieces of artillery, mortars, and rocket tubes. The German plan was to have the 5th and 6th Panzer armies crash through the thinly held American lines and drive northwest, smashing everything in their path until they reached the southern bank of the Meuse River. They were then to capture the huge Allied supply base in and around the Belgian town of Liege, which happened to be the second largest Allied supply dump on the continent. Once refueled and resupplied, these two great armies were then to continue to drive northwest post-haste, with the 5th Panzer Army being assigned to capture Brussels and the 6th SS Panzer Army assigned to capture the vital Belgian port of Antwerp. Antwerp was the largest Allied supply depot on the continent and crucial to the Western Allies' war effort. If the Germans were able to capture both of these huge supply depots, they would be able to force the Western Allies to sue for peace. And then they could turn all of their attention to the Eastern Front to fend off the gigantic assaults planned by the Soviet Red Army. While the 5th and 6th Panzer armies were driving northwest, the 7th Infantry Army, though small, only 56,000 troops, had a very important assignment themselves. They were to drive due west from their assault positions just east of the Siegfried Line and go all the way to the southern and eastern banks of the Meuse River. But the 7th Army was not to cross the Meuse River. They were to set up strong defensive positions all along their advance route to block any counterattacks by Patton's 3rd Army. So they had the task of protecting the flanks of both the 5th and 6th Panzer armies. What is interesting about my book is I detail exactly how the Germans were able to assemble their massive forces for this audacious attack. I begin by showing the tremendous shellacking the German army took in the summer of 1944, and I show how even some of their proudest units were decimated to such a degree that many had only a few hundred soldiers in them and one or two serviceable tanks, and hardly any heavy machine guns. And I detail exactly how the Germans were able to rebuild their forces to the tune of almost 26 divisions. It is truly a feat of astronomical proportions. And another interesting part of my book is I show how the Germans were able to mass all these forces together without tipping their hand to the Allies. This is something that always intrigued me when I was studying the Battle of the Bulge, is how an entire Allied force with absolute air supremacy everywhere in Europe was unable to see what was going on just across the Siegfried line. And I detail both of these things in my book. In summation, Wacht am Rhein would be a tremendous addition to the library of any World War II buff. It is an easy read. It has 50 excellent photographs with it, a full comprehensive index, bibliography, and endnotes. And I would certainly hope that some of you would take the time to purchase it. You won't regret it. You won't be able to put it down. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day or evening, and stay safe. Thank you.